Okay, everybody, have something kind of special, an anniversary of sorts. This ration happens to be menu number 2. It is ham and chicken loaf. It is a 1987 MRE menu. Well, let's bust into this thing and see what some ancient history looks like. Also, I know I shouldn't have to say this, but if you ever get one of these old rations and it tastes like Banjo the Space Monkey passed it through into the solid waste unit, don't put it in your mouth. All right, let's go. Okay, like we said, this is a 1987 vintage MRE. This is menu number 2, ham and chicken loaf. It does not sound too appealing. However, this is back from the good old days before we had the peelable seals. So we simply have this notch right here. Sometimes you were lucky enough and you could get a good enough strength pull on them to open these things without any issues. Other times you were just SOL and you had to deal with the consequences. Got everything out of here. I took a big smell of the bag. Smells like ancient old stuff, kind of like myself. Accessory pack A, we'll take a look at that in a second. The old school spoon. Have some peanut butter, who knows. This actually still feels semi-pliable. The ham and chicken loaf. Of course, this was right before they converted. Well, actually, this year was when they were in the process of converting from these smaller meals to actual 8-ounce rations. Pineapple nut cake. I'm sure that's going to be a gem. Freeze-dried peaches. And lastly, some crackers. Let's see if this stuff is still taste-worthy. One thing you'll notice, there was no flameless ration heater. I don't know if I want to try any of this stuff room temperature. So I do have one from an existing MRE. And also one thing that I'm going to try, because my buddy Falcon Uruguay, he has said this several times. My friend Dan has sent me some of this salt solution water, 2 packets of this. So I think we'll try one of these on this heater and see how it reacts. Okay, let's take a look what's in the accessory packet. And oddly enough, the tear notch is down here at the bottom where all the goodies are. I had to make short work of that real quick. Dump all this stuff out. Okay, of course, we have the toilet paper, pack of matches, non-dairy creamer, coffee, sugar, salt, and of course the chiclets. Okay, now to get this main heated up, it's going to require about 1 ounce of water. Each one of these packets is 10 milliliters, so it's going to require 4. So we use 2 of these and of course 2 of those. Strangely enough, there is no wicked odors coming out of these things, which I'm very ecstatic about. 5 ounces of that. These are pretty neat. You just grab on this tab, twist, they come right off. That's pretty snazzy. I don't know if I would trust it being inside of a ration container. Be afraid that thing would break open. Looks like this thing is reacting quick. It is a relatively new ration heater. And we'll set that against a rock or something. So I can definitely say that saline solution with sodium in there works very well. And with only one drink to make, this will be real quick. So let's make our coffee. Okay, let's get everything else on the tray. And we have our freeze-dried peaches. And one thing that somebody had asked me in a previous video was it's almost impossible to show these things rehydrate inside of the package. So I will put them right in here and add my water directly in. It only takes about an ounce of water. Before I dump this in, I'm just going to take some of this, because you can eat it like that on its own or like that. Let's add some water. You can slowly see the juices start to come out, and you can see the peach start to soften up. But it's going to take a couple of minutes for that. Now the pineapple nut cake. You can tell the difference, the ingredient list from current ingredients. And this is another one of those where it is glued to the inside of the packaging. I wonder why they did that. That makes no sense. Okay, I'm really hoping that this doesn't reek beyond all. Well, this reeks beyond all. Oh my God. I don't even want to touch this thing. The thing that I was concerned about really reeking really bad are these crackers, but it looks like this is really held really good. We'll see if we can get the patented Kiwi Dude hiss. Well, I didn't hear anything. They're in good condition, but they smell pretty bleached out. Oh, yeah. And then let me give this peanut butter a need. I'm sure this is probably beyond its useful date as well. Just take a knife to this corner real quick. Squeeze a little out. Yeah. I needed this thing for probably about, I don't know, a good solid minute. And it still is looking like it has mixing issues or oil issues. Let's give that a smell. Oh, yeah. And then lastly, the ham and chicken loaf. Now, whoever packaged these really wasn't thinking, because you have to shove all this stuff to the bottom to get to the tear notches. Maybe they were. I don't know. That it just kind of smells like Spam, if you are familiar with that. It doesn't smell bad. Then again, you know, Spam is like, will last forever in any environment possible. Doesn't look that bad. Start off with a ham and chicken loaf. It's very incredibly processed. This didn't even need any help to try to come apart on its own. Let's give that a try. It's very kind of mealy and grainy. There's something in there that didn't quite survive, and this has quite an incredible aftertaste that is starting to take effect. Definitely going to cleanse the palate with some of this coffee. Oh, man. Yeah, that did not survive the test of time. You can see most of these peaches are relatively softened in that ounce of water. And these things, they should be bulletproof. They're freeze-dried. These should last for ages and ages. Yep, the sweetness and that little tartness of the peach comes across is very pleasant and very nice and very refreshing. Really offsets this. And if you were inclined to just eat them like this on their own, it breaks down with your saliva in the mouth. And so you can eat this on the move without any problems. And you would just think of this like kind of like a candy almost. Just put it in your mouth and just let it slowly dissolve and then chew on it and you get that nice peach flavor spreading all through your mouth. Very, very pleasant. Now the pineapple nut cake. It's usually the nuts that are in these things that fail and die and don't last very long. And this is really putting out a putrid smell. Oh man, God, it's still pliable. It still wants to break. I don't think that I'm actually going to try very much of this. Probably just this end little bit right here. Oh yeah, that's not very good at all. Definitely gonna need our friend again to help get rid of some of that taste. Man. Then the crackers, the bleached out crackers with a little bit of peanut butter on it. We'll try this little corner first. Yeah, this just got a pretty funky ass smell. But these are the old school crackers. They're actually kind of salted, which makes them more preferable than the current issue ones. Yeah, they don't smell good, but they actually taste okay. Let's try some with the peanut butter on there. Yeah, very tasty, very good. I'm surprised that this has held together. Smell, incredibly vicious, but the taste is still there. You could definitely survive off this 29 years later. You hear Sherman in the background trying to make himself a little nest. You need to calm down back here, buddy. This ration just goes to show of what can survive and what lasts for a long time. These freeze-dried peaches, these things probably would last for another 29 years. They were just perfect. So if you were looking for like long-term survival or food storage, I would definitely look into freeze-dried as opposed to thermostabilized or shelf-stable food, because some of this stuff just does not last the test of time. However, a lot of it does matter how it's stored. If you buy it when it's brand new and you store it in a nice cool dark place where it doesn't get any light and the temperature is pretty much constant throughout its lifespan and you happen to keep it for 29 years, this could be fine. Let me take another pull of this. Okay, everybody, this was a review of a 1987 menu number 2 ham and chicken loaf. Yum. Well, at least this was yum. Okay, before we wind this down, I just want to say thank you all for all you new subscribers and old subscribers and everybody who stuck with me and supported the channel along the way. I really appreciate it. And to give back to you, I always get asked, when is my next giveaway going to be? Well, if you check down there in the description box, I give away a ration every X amount of million views. So if you keep tabs down there in the description box and you hang around, you might have your opportunity to get a Gundog Original ration. I don't care where you live, as long as it'll fit in the box and I can send it to you, I will get it to you. The more you watch, the more often a giveaway will be. So that is entirely upon you, the viewers. Alright everybody, thanks for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye.